to go. In the studio, haven't seen you for, what, a year and a half, 2 years? Laurin Stennis, designer of the Stennis Flag. How are you, ma'am?
Good morning. I'm doing all
good to
right.
have
All
you.
things considered in the world.
I know. Yes, all things considered. Did you have some flags like that? I was just thinking you should have had some flag masks.
Well, it's funny you should ask.
No kidding. Do you really do have that?
Well, we got to stay healthy and
History, hope you do. You have the and that's pretty darn good. So
a lot going on in the world. We're just trying to combine.
Yeah, what's the feedback you've been getting on the Stennis Flag?
There is huge momentum and a lot of excitement right now. This is year 6.
Yes.
And but I think we're at a moment where we've got a shovel-ready solution that is beautiful, positive, bipartisan, 100% grassroots. And that's the way things should be done in Mississippi. And I think we're to the point where we're ready.
Have you talked to or have you had any consultation or discussions with anybody from the House and Senate?
Yes.
Can you tell me who they are, or just is there a coalition that you know of that's building slowly but surely?
Yes, and it's bipartisan, which is huge to me. There are 3 maypoles of this effort all along, and that's that it be grassroots, that it be positive, and that it be bipartisan. So we're seeing the results of that now, and I'm very pleased about that. Yeah. That's how it needs to happen.
Because we also said, you talk about that, the other leg of this, after you finally been able to stand on one leg, saying we do need to change it, the other leg is change it to what?
Right.
And we certainly don't want to have an argument with that one. So you're saying that the Black Caucus, for the most part, or the people that you talk to, as far as African Americans that you may have discussed, are they okay with that flag also?
Yes, I think understandably some folks, when they see Stennis, they think it's named for John C. Stennis, who, of course, was for most of his career a segregationist in the Senate. And I would have a reservation about that, too. Luckily, it is not named for him. I originally, it's named for me. That's my last name because I designed it. But I originally was trying to call it the Declare Flag. And that was not catching on. That was a fail on my part. And Speaker Gunn finally said, Laurin, I don't know what you're calling it, but we're all calling it the Stennis Flag. So I kind of acquiesced at that point. That was about 3 years ago.
But is that he's in your family, the Senator Stennis?
Yes, he's Papa, my grandfather.
He's your grandfather,
right.
So it does have some legacy back to that one. Are there any changes that you would make with that flag, or any changes that people have after they looked at it under a microscope, said, we need to change this or that, or is it okay as it is?
Let's see, about not long after I settled on this design as the one that I thought was best and to run with, I sent it to Ted Kay, who wrote the book Good Flag, Bad Flag. And he's the international flag guru.
He's a flag guy.
Flag
Didn't
dork.
know there was a Perez, you knew that? There was a flag guy?
Say it with me, vexillology.
Vexillology?
Study of flags. Man, you nailed it. It took me like 20 times to say it right. But
Probably
anyway.
couldn't do that during the 6 o'clock hour, so I'm glad you
There you go.
asked me
Okay,
that.
noted. But they, I cold called him. I sent him an email and I said, you don't know me from Adam's House Cat, but I have a design that I want to do the best I can for the state, and will you please give me some constructive criticism? And he looked at it and he said, you've got a top 10 flag design for the United States if you'll just make the stars larger. And I about passed out. That was quite a compliment coming from him.
Yeah.
I did make that adjustment. I took his advice, and I think it made it a stronger design, and we've been rolling with it ever since.
I'm not looking at it as we speak. I do have it on the. I don't see it on. What are you pointing to? Oh, I see. Yeah. The stars are how many?
20 total. There are 19 outer stars, and
the
larger
20 stand for?
We were the 20th state to join the Union
There you
in
go.
1870.
Anything else that symbolizes on there that speaks to you?
Well, there are a couple of things. The circular shape is drawn from indigenous peoples of Mississippi. You see that a lot in some of their artwork and clothing, ceremonial clothing. So I wanted to bring that in. And
I got it, Perez. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Hey,
You could have
Perez.
just said that.
We're trying to do a radio show in here, Brett.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Come on. So, and the red, why did you choose red?
Well, That's Old Glory Red, Old Glory Blue. So I'm matching the Pantones.
And we're a red state, so that's good.
Indeed. So I was matching the Pantones of the United States flag spot on, and also not moving away from the colors that we currently have, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That part works. But the red symbolizes the blood spilled by Mississippians who have given their lives for liberty and justice for all.
Black and white.
Absolutely.
And
civilian
brown.
or military, yeah.
So I don't know where we go from here, but what's next on your efforts to do this? Are you speaking to anybody about it, or?
I will speak if asked. But we're very focused right now on helping people understand the nature and tone of this effort if they're not already familiar with it. So, and again, those three maypoles: bipartisan, grassroots, and positive.
I think everyone wants healing right now, and if you think that we're not hurting in the state of Mississippi as well as anywhere else, and when you take the state that has the largest percentage of African Americans in the population, it is one of those things that we need to do. We sit here and we talk about chastising people who say that they don't feel a part of the country or they don't feel a part of the state. And when you have the flag that's supposed to represent everybody is not, then it's a viable argument on their part. And not only them bringing together, we had the cops in New York had a press conference yesterday, and you hear the hurt in the leadership of the New York Police Department.
We had 7 shootings in 4 minutes, 8 shootings in 5 hours in different parts of Brooklyn, not connected. Last week, 40 shootings. Now we're being guided by those that were intent on violence from outside our communities, that threw the stone, that broke the window, that caused the violence, that injured 300 police officers, some viciously. That's who we denounce. And then, for our legislators to then demonize police officers as if we're the problem, as if we broke the window, as if we caused the violence. That is absolutely outrageous.
You know what? Everybody's trying to shame us. The legislators, the press, everybody's trying to shame us into being embarrassed about our profession. Stop treating us like animals and thugs and start treating us with some respect. We've been left out of the conversation. We've been vilified. It's disgusting. Trying to make us embarrassed of our profession. 375 million interactions. Overwhelmingly positive. Nobody talks about all the police officers that were killed in the last week in the United States of America, and there were a number of them. We don't condone Minneapolis. We roundly reject what he did as disgusting. It's not what police officers do. Our legislators abandoned us. The press is vilifying us.
A lot of people hurting. Real quick, where can we pick up a flag?
A complete flag source.
They have them there?
Yes, they have
one
them
of
there.
One of our good clients, they've got the flags there in different sizes?
Garden flags all the way up to 10 by 12.
I've got some of the bumper stickers and stuff on the car, on the truck. You got those still?
Yes. And
they are available?
We're out of lapel pins, but they're on order.
How about the window stickers?
Absolutely.
They're available where?
At a complete flag source.
Oh, they're there also?
Yes.
All right, good. It's always good seeing you. Good luck on this thing.
Likewise, thank you.
I feel like we're a little bit closer. You never know.
We have an opportunity here to light a candle in the darkness.
That is Laurin Stennis, designer of the Stennis Flag. If you want more, go to @Stennis Flag. Is it there?
At Stennis Flag is the handle, and then Stennis